Hi guys, and welcome back. We are on day 2, so let's start. As always, I hope you're in a peaceful space. Maybe you got some incense and essential oils, and you have created a nice peaceful space to practice today. Let's start by grounding ourselves by taking 3 deep breaths. Deep inhale and exhale. Long inhale and exhale. Notice how the body expands when you inhale, and grounding yourself even more with every exhale. Placing one hand on the belly, one hand on the chest, repeating today's affirmation. So hopefully you already checked your journal. Today's day 2 affirmation is I love and accept myself. Notice how that resonates. I love and accept myself. I remember at a time when I was struggling, when I was very depressed, it felt weird to say these words. I didn't really feel it when I started to practice my affirmations, and that's okay. So just notice how that feels. After many years, this is my 4-year practicing, I actually do feel deeply that I do love and accept myself. So just repeat these words and see how it feels. And start to move the body. Inhale, lengthen hands overhead. We're going to keep that affirmation in our mind through our whole practice. Exhale. Start thinking how does self-love looks like to you. Exhale. Deep inhale. And exhale, seated forward, allowing the head to be as heavy as it is. Inhale up. And exhale, interlace fingers behind, look up. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, center. Keeping our fingers interlaced behind, we're going to bring the hand to the right hip. Notice how that feels. Can we keep the fingers interlaced, finding that right hip? It might feel tight. That's okay, allowing the head to also come towards the right. Remember, the right side of our body is our masculine side, connected to the sun. Inhale, back, and other side. Our left hip, allowing the head now to go towards the left. Again, our left side, it's connected to the moon, our feminine side. Inhale, back to center, hands overhead. And exhale, hands down. Rest the hands on the knees, shoulders open back. Keep noticing the mind has our thinking mind, our logic mind has drifted away into thought. Opposite direction, open forward. Our yoga practice is a moving mindfulness meditation. Remember, meditation literally means to become familiar with. So stay conscious of the body, of how you're feeling in this moment. Back to center, we're gonna find our tabletop position. Coming to cat-cows, inhale, lengthen, look up. And exhale, round. Inhale, lengthen. Notice your alignment are the wrists under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Inhale up. And exhale, round. Inhale up. And exhale, round. Inhale, center. We're going to walk the hands back, find hero's pose. So we come and sit on our feet. So notice if you like to practice a toe extension, you can bring the toes and sit here. The knees are right in front of the hips, hip distance apart. We're gonna inhale, bring the hands up. Open the chest and exhale down. Again, inhale up. And exhale down. If it feels uncomfortable to be on the toes, then you can just untuck the toes. Again, inhale up, open the chest, sink the hips forward. And exhale down. Inhale up once more. Notice if you can sink a little bit deeper. And exhale down. Come back to your tabletop position. This time fingers face the edges of the mat and we move left and right. Moving side to side. Now fingers go inward to face each other, your thumb goes down. Same movement, left and right. We're gonna get ready to take our first downward facing dog. So we come back to center. Hands come past the shoulders. We tuck the toes, send the hips up and back. Lengthening the spine. Maybe you like to paddle the feet. Your first downward facing dog. Start to notice your alignment, keeping that body awareness. I like to open our hands wide so you can see the mat between the fingers. Maybe you like to micro bend the knuckles here. Head is as heavy as it is. Releasing any tension on the shoulders. Can you say yes and no? We're trying to lengthen the spine. Our downward facing dog is a bridge of energy. If the hamstrings are very tight, micro bend the knees so we can lengthen the spine. Inhale, look at the top of the mat, walk the feet. Half lift, look forward, lengthen, open your heart to the horizon. And exhale, active forward fold. Allowing the head to be as heavy as it is. Now we're really lengthening the hamstrings. Take a hold of the elbows, swing side to side if that feels good. Or bounce back and forth. Exhale, hands release and we come all the way up. Coming into our Tadasana mountain pose. Inhale, hands overhead. And exhale, rest the hands to the sides. Notice your feet, notice your grounding. And notice the breath. Are you still breathing with purpose? Are you still breathing with intention? When you allow yourself to breathe deeply, you tap out of that automatic breathing and you actually breathe with consciousness. Let's move to our sun salutation. We match our breaths with our movements. Inhale, hands come up. Exhale down. This is our Surya Namaskar A, sun salutation A. Inhale, half lift, look forward. Exhale, hands flat, step back to go into your plank. Here you ask yourself, am I moving through a chaturanga or ashtangasana? If you're feeling strong with the arms, remember you inhale, pass the wrist, hug the rib cage. Inhale, push through the wrists, untuck the toes, up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. If you feel the arms are not there yet, that's okay. Remember, you can practice ashtangasana instead of your chaturanga. You come into your tabletop. Remember to stay very honest with your body. Satya, truthfulness. We stay here, same movement, past your wrists. You hold the rib cage, but this time you come all the way down and you inhale into a cobra instead of an up dog. And then we exhale to downward facing dog. Long breaths. Knees down, hips back, child's pose, you breathe. Your child's pose is a pose you can come to at any time on your practice. It's a resting pose. Notice the breath. Embracing stillness, embracing being in this present moment. Reminding yourself that if you're here, be here. You can't be here if the mind is in the past. And you can't be here if the mind is in the future. So if you're here, be here. Inhale back to tabletop position. Cat-cows. Inhale, lengthen, look up. And exhale, round. Inhale up. And exhale, round. Inhale, center. Once more, downward facing dog. Hands past the shoulders. Notice your rib. Inhale, hips up and back. Look at the top of the mat. Walk the feet, little steps. Notice the midline, the line in between your mats. Some mats actually have it right there. If not, you can imagine. And try to keep the feet one next to the other as you slowly step. The slower you move, the better. Inhale, half lift, look forward. Exhale, down. We are going to bend the knees and inhale, take Utkatasana, fierce pose. Notice the knees together. Can we see the toes? So we're now going to move through our Sun Salutation B. So we got two Sun Salutations, Surya Namaskar A and Surya Namaskar B. So Sun Salutation B, we start on a chair pose. Shoulders away from the ears. If there's any tension on the neck, you keep hands to heart center. If you're reaching, hands are coming up to the sky, so we're not keeping the hands here or here. Again, body awareness, hands are reaching up to the sky. Breathe. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, look forward. And exhale, hands down. Again, practice your plank. You want to keep the hands flat before you step back to plank. If the hamstrings are very tight, you bend the knees, step back. Chaturanga or Ashtangasana. Ask yourself what feels better for you. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Our Sun Salutation B is longer than our Sun Salutation A. So here as well, I want you to ask yourself to be very honest. We're going to step to the top of the mat to Warrior One. If you inhale, right leg back. Bring the knee close to the chest. Look forward and step. If you're struggling with that step forward, again, that's totally okay. Then use your blocks. We bring the blocks here. So before you find your Warrior One, so we're coming here to bring in the heel down and inhale up. This is our Warrior One. So if you're struggling to bring that knee in, we bring the blocks. Again, lengthen right leg back. Squeeze the knee in, come into the tiptoes of the left foot. Look forward and bring the heel down. They can also be higher, right? Our blocks have different options. So use the one that works best for your body. Release the back knee. Inhale up. Warrior One. For our Warrior One, we want our heel to be on top of the knee, hips square, back heel down, toes facing the edge of the mat. Look at your alignment, hands come up. To sink deeper into your Warrior One, hands together, look up. Exhale down. Same way, you want to use your blocks to bring that leg in and back. Again, yogi's choice. Chaturanga or Ashtangasana. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Other side, keep moving with your breath. Left leg, inhale. Exhale, Warrior One on this side again. Notice if you need to use the blocks. Inhale up. And exhale down. Step back plank. Engage your core. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Set it and breathe. 3 breaths. Again, notice that alignment. Equally distributing the weight between the hands. That bridge of energy. Hands, hips are up and back. Trying to bring the heels down. Releasing any tension on the neck. Exhale, knees down, hips back, breathe. Child's pose. Long inhales and exhales. Notice the mind. Are you still present on today's affirmation? I love and accept myself. Inhale back to our tabletop position. Cat-cows. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, round. Inhale, lengthen. We're going to move to our sun salutation once more. So hands past the shoulders. Tuck the toes, hips open back, downward facing dog. Step or float to the top of the mat. So we look at the top of the mat. Again, you got the choices. You step. But if you like to practice jumps, you can bring toes together, bend the knees, bend. You get a little bit of movement here. Inhale, looking in between the hands. And exhale, pushing the mat away to jump forward. Inhale, look. Flat back. Exhale, down. Bend the knees, Utkatasana, inhale. Let's move to a sun salutation to once more. Long breaths, notice the alignment of your body. Exhale. Head as heavy as it is. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, hands flat, step back plank. Chaturanga, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Warrior 1, right leg, inhale. Look forward, open the shoulders. Inhale. Exhale. Chaturanga. Inhale. And exhale. Other side. Again, remember, if you like to use your blocks, use your blocks. Left leg, inhale. Looking forward, step. Release back knee down, inhale. By heel down. And exhale. In here, yogi's choice. You can pause the video, hold that plank for as long as you like. Again, the beautiful thing about yoga practice is you always have options. There's always different levels. If you want to push yourself, then you can hold a pose longer. If you're trying to have a more relaxed practice, then you move slower. And you can stay here on your plank or release knees down, hips back, and breathe. Stay here on your child's pose. Long breath. We're gonna come back to our last downward facing dog of our practice. And now we find Dandasana, seated staff pose. Inhale, lengthen hands overhead, and exhale, forward fold. Find the toes. Notice if the legs are feeling very tight. You can always micro bend the knees. And exhale, head as heavy as it is. Long breaths. With every exhale, allowing the body to sink a little bit deeper. Inhale, gently coming back. We're gonna hug the knees to the chest. Deep inhale here. And exhale, come all the way down. Swing side to side. Bring the soles of the feet together. Rest hands on the hips. Or hands can also lengthen overhead. Notice the mind. Are you still present in your breath? Every time the mind drifts away into thought, come back to your breath. The beautiful part of developing this meditation practice is to notice. Every time you drift away, you come back. Inhale, hug the knees to the chest once more. Exhale, soles of the feet find the mat. We're gonna come into a gentle bridge. We inhale, hips come up. Hands can stay flat on the mat. You can try to bring heels closer towards the glutes. Trying to keep the knees also coming towards each other, so you don't want the knees to open, they come in. And exhale down. Once more, inhale up. If you like to have a supported bridge, then you can also use your blocks. There's different levels of your block, again, to support that beautiful hip. If you're coming into a supported bridge, you can practice lifting one leg off the mat and down, and other side, and down. If a bridge is in your practice, invitation to take a wheel is in your practice, we can take wheel, hands come close to the ears. You come with your hips up first, pushing the mat away. Slowly coming up, opening your heart. And exhale slowly down. Gently soles of the feet together once more. We're cooling down, coming to the end of our practice. And here you can ask yourself, is there any other asana you like to practice? Maybe you like to find that happy baby or happy adult, finding the big toe, swinging side to side. Maybe you like to come into a gentle twist, bringing both knees to the left side of the body. Inhale, center, and other side. Inhale, center, bring the forehead close to the knees, squeeze the whole body in. And you exhale, resting into the last pose of your practice, your Shavasana. So our whole yoga practice, all the movement, each asana is preparing you for this moment, for your Shavasana. In here we relax the toes, the hands, allowing the body to be as heavy as it is. Notice that gentle pull of gravity as you breathe. Relaxing the jaw, the forehead. You can stay in your Shavasana for as long as you like. You can also bring that intention, that affirmation for today. I love and accept myself. I would like to close with Brianna Wist words. You might find I bring her up a lot in her journal. I love all her books, and everything she says feels always so relatable. So as we're talking about self-love today and what self-love looks like to you, what self-love feels like, the acts of self-love that we take every day, of self-care. She says, you don't fall in love with yourself by convincing yourself you are nothing but goodness. You don't heal the holes in your heart by telling yourself they don't exist. You don't just begin believing in your own perfection one day. You fall in love with yourself when you fall in love with the smallest details of your life. You fall in love with yourself when you start to take care of yourself. You fall in love with yourself when you stop thinking of self-love as an infatuation, but a homecoming. You fall in love with yourself when the child inside looks at the adult you are now and sees the ease of their own approval. You can stay here in your Shavasana for as long as you like. And I'll see you again tomorrow. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Namaste.